Hello and welcome to UPSC Warriors by Unacademy. Today, we are going to comprehensively discuss about an event, about a protest that is happening in Uttar Pradesh, which is a very important part of our country if we consider. Now, this protest is all about the UPPCS examination, wherein the commission comes up with the civil services examination and the examination for the post of RO and ARO, wherein it is seen that the aspirants are having a sort of mistrust in the government and in terms of the organization body of this particular examination. Why is that happening and what actually turns out to be the case we are going to discuss in this particular session. So all you have to do is be with me till the end of the session so that we can actually decode as to what is happening in this particular scenario. Now, if we consider about the case and we in particular read about as to what is actually happening, then there are thousands of aspirants who are protesting outside the UPPSC headquarters in Prayagraj over the exam format, due to which the police even used lathi charge to disperse the protesters, and the opposition questioned the government's use of forces on aspirants because, again, if we consider the sanctity of this examination, then we'll have to address to the fact that it is a government services examination wherein even respecting the aspirant comes under the ambit of ethics of this examination, because we see that these people are going to be the future officers. We have to respect them, because if we consider the entire examination structure of our country, then we see that over the time there are some instances that have occurred which sort of develops a mistrust in the government as to they feel that okay, something might happen which would not be favorable for them, due to which it was very normal and very okay for the aspirants to be anxious about whatever was happening, and hence the demand was that normalization should not occur, and at the same time the examination should happen in the one shift only, because according to the new examination format, these were the two things that were being changed, which were again distressing the aspirants because they thought that the difficulty level was something that might be compromised in the other shifts, due to which there would be a sort of upper hand to some aspirants over the other if we compare as such. And hence the demand was put forth that okay, do one thing, that delay this particular examination and arrange the infrastructure, logistics, everything, and only then conduct the examination, so that we as aspirants have conviction as to whatever we are doing is something that is transparent, is something that is fair, and we are having a fair fight amidst all of the competitors for the post that we aspire to have in order to get into the services. So that was the entire case about. But if we consider it over the time, then the government has a separate say and the aspirants have a separate say. If we notice the situations in Prayagraj, we'll see that they are quite very much disturbing. Be it in terms of the administration taking step towards the aspirants in order to disperse them off, or be it the aspirants making such requests to the government that pertains to not be addressed in a very shorter duration. Today is day 3 of this protest that is happening, and we cannot see them dispersing off any in the near future. So we see that this entire case is quite very much disturbing, due to the fact that the government has a say that normalization is something which they tend to practice in other examinations also. So what is the problem here? Because the amount of people who have actually applied for this particular examination and who are going to appear for the examination are a lot. But again, having said that, if we consider the situations that have happened over the time, even the aspirants being anxious about the situation is something that we can understand it notably. Now, if we see and move on from this particular aspect, we'll have to see the demands, we'll have to see actually what the protesters are asking for. Then it is that thousands of Uttar Pradesh Public Service Commission aspirants staged a protest outside the headquarters of the commission in Prayagraj on Monday, which was November 11, and today is Wednesday, against the decision to conduct the review officer and the assistant review officer examination and the provincial civil services preliminary examination on different dates and in multiple shifts, as I already informed all of you. The protesters, who were demanding that the exams be conducted in a single shift on the same day, clashed with the police after they were prevented from holding scheduled sit in at gate number 2 and 3 of the commission. The police resorted to lathi charge to disperse the agitators who gathered at a nearby intersection, wherein the main demands were that PCS and RO-ARO examination should be conducted on the same day in a single shift. The aspirants had to say that they suspect that if this examination is held on different days, there may be a lack of transparency in the paper and the possibility of rigging may increase. They believe that conducting the examination on the same day will ensure fairness and the equal opportunity. This particular statement had come up from a protester named Ujjwal Patel, who had come up from Mirzapur for this protest to happen and for raising his voice in this particular scenario. Now we see what the commission had to say. Then the commission in the past had conducted the examination in one shift and one day. Hence, this particular demand was a fair say. Now, conducting the paper in 2 shifts for 2 days is not fair amid serious doubts on transparency of the examination and efficiency of government agencies due to paper leaks. This came up from the another aspirant. What the government had to say was that over 10 lakh people had applied for RO-ARO pre-examination held in February, but it was cancelled due to a paper leak, which is why there is already a lot of tension in terms of this examination, and hence such distress is being showcased by the aspirants in Prayagraj outside the commission's headquarters. So this was about it, but one thing that you all need to understand is what is normalization that is being fought for, because paper leak is something that we already understand, but what is normalization? Before telling you that, I need to tell you that there is a special offer that is going on wherein you get a very generous price for the plus subscription of our platform, wherein all you have to do is use this code, which is NST Live, and get the plus subscription at 24,999, wherein you'll be able to access all the test series, all the classes, all the batches, and be rest assured that you get the chance to learn from the people who are the masters of the industry. You get to learn from Sarmat sir, Abhishek sir, Chetan sir, Mukesh sir, and Shyam sir. And these are the people who have made lives of a lot of aspirants, and hence this is just the right time to go now and subscribe for the platform. Now let me get you through to the process of normalization. So if we consider and talk about normalization, then normalization of scores is a process that is used to adjust values measured on different scales to a common scale. Typically, in exam surveys or data sets, this particular process happens, and this process makes scores comparable by removing variations due to factors like difficulty level or test format, allowing a fair comparison of scores across different sections or test. If we consider about how actually normalization is done, so normalization is basically done in 3 different processes. If we consider the number 1 process, then it's the minimum maximum normalization, wherein scale scores to a specified range, usually 0 to 1 or 0 to 100, and the formula for getting normalized score according to minimum maximum normalization is score minus minimum score upon maximum score minus minimum score into the desired range. If we talk about the Z-score normalization, it is about score minus the mean upon the standard deviation. This method helps in understanding how far a score is from the mean in terms of the standard deviations. Now, the other method is decimal scaling, wherein adjust scores by moving the decimal point based on the maximum value of the scores, often useful in data preparation for machine learning. So that is how basically score normalization is done. Why is it important for all of you to know? Just so you have an idea and you can build upon an opinion as to understand what this entire situation is. Because let's face it, that the amount of people who have actually applied for the examination are a lot, and we do live in a country wherein we have to say that the logistics are very limited. So I would like to leave you all with a question, which is, what is your opinion on this particular topic, on this particular event that is happening? Do you think that the protesters should come up with a middle way? Do you think that they should give up their demands, or do you think they should carry on and the government should be someone who should be answerable to these people and should be flexible in terms of adjusting with the demands of the students, with the demands of the aspirants? Be very fair, be very neutral, and do not hesitate to write your viewpoint in the comment section. If you like the session, please do not also hesitate to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel UPSC Warriors by Unacademy. I really hope that this particular session made some sense to you and you all understood what is actually happening in the status quo with regards to the UPPCS examination. With this is me, Nandini, your educator for the day, signing off. Thank you so much for watching.